Coming up on Mountain News this morning, some folks are wondering why their car insurance keeps rising. We have those details. And the number of deaths from the tragic July 4th weekend flooding in central Texas is expected to rise, with officials now confirming that more than 161 people are unaccounted for.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, Mountain family. I'm Amelia Lee here with you on this Wednesday, July 9th. It's 6 o'clock this morning and time to check on in with meteorologist Eric Dean today. Eric, it's hot, it's muggy, it's humid, and I don't know, maybe we should just go to the pool.
Agreed. Agreed. Why not? I will say this, though. Make sure you have the rain gear with you if you do have pool plans today, because shower and thunderstorm chances are in the forecast. Take a look here now in Pike County, 13 miles south of Pikeville. Good morning to you folks there. 72 is the current temperature. It feels like 72 degrees out there. You can see temperatures right now across the area in the 70s, even upper 60s, 69 Manchester, otherwise 70s from Louisa to Hazard to Williamsburg, Monticello. Already at 75 degrees. Visibility, though, from Somerset down to Williamsburg, even towards Jonesville, 0 or near 0. So allow yourself extra time to get to your destination. Pick up on a little bit of shower activity on live pinpoint Doppler radar as of this hour. We'll keep the shower and storm chances in the forecast. By 4 o'clock, we'll see temperatures in the upper 70s and low 80s. Now, how long will the storm chances last? I'll have that answer in the first alert forecast in a few minutes. But right now, it is 6:01. We'll toss it back to Amelia.
After 10 years of no answers, 2 weeks of testimony, and 4 hours of deliberations, Brooks Houck and Joseph Lawson have been found guilty in the disappearance and presumed murder of Crystal Rogers. The mother of 5 was last seen on July 3rd, 2015. Brooks Houck was Rogers' boyfriend at the time. The jury found him guilty on both charges, that's principal or accomplice to murder and tampering with physical evidence. Joseph Lawson was in trial with Houck, facing similar charges, conspiracy to murder and tampering with physical evidence. The jury found him guilty on both counts. The Ballard family let out cries as this verdict was read.
It's not fair. It's not fair what they did. Not at all. I might not have been as close to Mom as my brothers and sisters were, but there's been days in my life where I've just sat down and cried because I wanted my mom there, like having my babies, like she would have loved my kids. She was a great mom, and she did not deserve what was done to her at all.
Meanwhile, in Bardstown, the community coming together to show their support for the Rogers family after the decade-long search for answers. As Sherry Ballard, the mother of Crystal Rogers, made her way through Bardstown, people were lining the streets wearing pink, which was Crystal's favorite color. Many also had pink heart balloons and held up signs as the Ballard family were escorted by police through town.
It's been hard. It's been hard from everybody. Everybody's been following this case, and I'm so proud of our community for everybody sticking together and everybody being out here right now. It means a lot.
Brooks Houck faces life in prison, while Joseph Lawson faces 25 years. That's the maximum sentences for both. Their sentencing is set for August 21st. The other man convicted in Rogers' case, Stephen Lawson, is already appealing his conviction. Right now, he's scheduled to be sentenced on August 6th. Attorney General Russell Coleman released a statement on the Crystal Rogers verdict yesterday afternoon. It says, quote, "Today justice was delivered in a Bowling Green courtroom. Our Commonwealth never forgot Crystal Rogers, her children, and loved ones. Prosecutor Shane Young and law enforcement's dedication to justice, coupled with the tenacity of the Rogers family, is the reason for this victory." To some, everything might seem to be more expensive right now, and that could include your car insurance, with prices increasing nationwide. I spoke with insurance experts about those rates. Some folks say they're seeing their car insurance prices going up. Mark Friedlander with the Insurance Information Institute tells me he projects a 7% national average premium increase this year, which is below the double digits we've seen in years past.
So it is trending in the right direction, and that's due to rate increases that have been taken by insurers the past few years. They've been playing catch up with all the losses sustained.
Increasing rates could be for a variety of reasons. Friedlander says this could be impacts from the COVID-19 pandemic, from insurance fraud, and even the bad weather Kentuckians have faced.
We have seen high instances of insurance fraud in Kentucky and across the country, where there are unscrupulous actors that stage accidents, try to get you to pay for an accident they intentionally created.
It's been a mixed response on car insurance rates here at the gas station. Some folks say theirs have always been low or are staying generally the same. For others, those rates are increasing, they're skyrocketing. Hazard native Trenton Banks tells me his rates have always just been high.
Well, it's like $230 for that, and it's a 2008.
He says for his car, that's a monthly price, adding up to $2,660 a year. Is that how it's been for a while, or has it gone up recently?
I just got this car, so I don't know if it's went up for this car specifically, but my last car, it was pretty expensive too. It was $250 a month for it.
But Banks is driving away with a good attitude while still feeling that pain in the pocketbook.
It does kind of suck having to take money out for it, but I guess you gotta do that for everything.
Friedlander also says to ask your insurance agent about any discounts that you could receive to get your insurance rates down. Well, the number of deaths from the tragic July 4th weekend flooding in central Texas is expected to increase, with officials now confirming that more than 160 people are unaccounted for. At least 110 people died after extreme rainfall caused the rivers to rise to historic levels last Friday. Pressure is mounting on local and state officials over the lack of early warnings, while survivors grapple with what comes next.
I wish to God there was a way we could have warned them.
All those questions will be answered, but the priority right now is bringing people home.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott surveyed the devastation by helicopter yesterday. He said state lawmakers are expected to meet in the coming days to begin discussing how to address the deadly flooding. President Donald Trump is still expected to visit Texas on Friday. A ceasefire deal in Gaza could come by the end of the week, according to the White House. The timeline comes as Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu wraps up his third visit to Washington since the start of the second Trump administration. Naomi Ruckham explains where negotiations stand now, along with the president's recent moves on tariffs.
For the second time in 2 days, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu met with President Donald Trump at the White House to discuss a possible peace deal for Gaza.
Gaza is a tragedy. It's a tragedy. And he wants to get it solved, and I want to get it solved, and I think the other side wants to get it solved.
The peace proposal includes a 60-day pause in the fighting, the release of hostages, and a withdrawal of Israeli troops from parts of Gaza.
We have still to finish the job in Gaza, release all our hostages, eliminate and destroy Hamas's military and governance capabilities.
White House officials say they are hopeful a deal can be reached by the end of the week. Also on Tuesday, President Trump sat down with his cabinet for the 6th meeting of his second term, where he reiterated an August 1st deadline for countries to reach a deal with the U.S. or face steep tariffs. In a social media post, the president said no extensions will be granted.
It's about time the United States of America started collecting money from countries that were ripping us off.
And in a win for the White House, the Supreme Court has cleared the way for the president to move forward with mass layoffs for federal workers. Nearly 24 agencies are facing significant cuts as part of the president's plan to scale back the federal government. Naomi Ruckham, CBS News.
President Donald Trump also spoke about the war in Ukraine on Tuesday, saying he's not happy with Russian President Vladimir Putin and that he's killing too many people. The president said he has approved the shipment of more defensive weapons to Ukraine, despite the pause of some weapons shipments last week.
All right, current time is now 6:09. Take a look here at some temperatures throughout the region. We're at 70 in Hazard. Louisville's at 77. Nashville's at 74. Already at 78 in Atlanta. If you have plans to go to an amusement park today, make sure you take the rain gear with you, especially if you're going to Holiday World, Kentucky Kingdom, Kings Island, Gaylord Opryland, as well as Dollywood, as we'll keep the rain chances in the forecast. Travel forecast throughout the state. We'll see temperatures in the mid-80s throughout the region, 80s and 90s towards Atlanta. Airport delays right now. All is looking quiet throughout the region. All is looking quiet throughout the U.S. I'll have your complete first alert forecast coming up in a few minutes. Amelia.
Thanks for joining us on Mountain News this morning at 6:10.